How's it going, everybody? So real quick, I'm going to show you what I consider to be the 5 most essential smokes to know for CS2 Mirage. So starting off, it's obviously going to be the mid-window smoke. This is probably the most important smoke in all of Counter-Strike just because of how important it is to take mid control on this map, and it's really hard to do that without a good mid-window smoke. So let's go all the way back into T-spawn, and I'll show you kind of the most common way to do this. I see most pros and most high elo players, they're going to go all the way up into this trash can corner, and they're going to find the top right of this door. There's kind of like a T, like little plus here, and towards the top right hand portion of it, they're going to position their crosshair right here into this position and go up in between the very top of this door frame and the very top of the building. So just right about here, you're going to hold D for about 1 to 2 seconds and do a jump throw. And that's going to go every single time all the way up here. It's going to bank off the windowsill, and it lands a little bit further left and a little bit further back to where it fully engulfs this entire window, so they can't stand here on top of this thing and get any sort of angle out and towards mid. Now moving on over to the A side, I would say the 2 most important smokes to know for this site is the good old jungle connector smoke, as well as the top stairs smoke. So fortunately, you can throw both of these from the exact same position. You can just come right here to the right side of this door, and you can do a simple jump throw right at where these wires are coiled up. And then at the very top corner of this building, just go out to the sky just a little bit and do another simple jump throw. And both of these are going to land all the way down here. This one's going to go in jungle connector, and this one's going to go on the far left-hand side of the stairs to where the smoke doesn't bleed down and give the sandwich player any sort of cover. These are pretty much the perfect smokes. The only downside to them is the fact that they take a while to land since you're kind of jump throwing right up into the sky. For a much faster landing version of that, you can get stuck right here into this corner, and you can do a simple left click throw right at the top left of this brick, and then you can come all the way down here to this big T and do a middle click jump throw. And as you can see, that's going to bounce right off of that and land on stairs, all the same as the last one, to where you're going to have another perfect smoke setup to get out onto a site with. Moving on to number 4, another super important smoke to learn for Mirage is the connector smokes. That way, if you have mid-window and connector smoked off, you can run up cat, take control, and help your teammates split out towards B. So my favorite way to throw the smoke is I go right into the same spot I throw the mid-window smoke, is I'll go right here into this trash can, and I'll just do a simple jump throw right at the, there's this kind of stair step design on the rug. At the very top of the first step, just do a simple jump throw, and that's going to go all the way up here, and it's going to land on this first step, and it's going to fully bloom in to where there's no gap for anyone inside connector to be able to peek out of. For some reason, a lot of the smokes that land on this first step do leave a gap, but for whatever reason, every time you throw it exactly like that, it's not going to. I have no explanation for that other than it just works. And now moving on to the 5th and final smoke, I'm going to cover what I consider to be the most important smoke on B site Mirage, and that's going to be the good old-fashioned market window smoke. And I'll give some more reasoning on that here in just a moment. But first of all, let's go ahead and show it. It's one of the easiest lineups in the game. You just go right here into this corner, and you just jump through at the very top corner of the building, just like that. And it's going to go all the way up, and it's going to land straight down here inside the window, fully smoking it off. The reason I think this is the most important one to know is because if you're coming out of apps, you don't have to worry about a potential op here. And going off kind of what I've already shown off in this video, if you're able to smoke off connector and mid-window and get your teammates pushing up towards cat and splitting out, well, there's not much of a point in smoking off this position here because your teammates are going to be pushing out. And of course, right after you smoke off all of this area, generally that opper is going to rotate into market and be holding an angle kind of like this, right? So if you smoke him off, it's going to make him a bit more useless, where he's going to have to push through and be in a position that's much more easy to trade. Since it feels pretty cheap to only show one of the 3 B smokes, you can throw them all from the exact same spot by just standing here in this position, jump throwing one at the very top corner of the building, one in this middle window here, and then just doing a simple left click throw right on the far left-hand side of the building. And just like that, you have door smoked off completely, even though it's kind of out and a bit lurky. You have door smoke off, you have window smoked off, and you have cat smoked off, all from the same spot. But if you're still feeling cheated and wondering like, oh, where's the Astralis top mid smoke, or where's the cat smoke, or where's the CT ticket smoke, or any of those other smokes, you should check out my other videos on Mirage. I've covered just about everything. Links are going to be down in the description and on screen right about now. If you guys have any suggestions for me, please leave them down in the comments below because I love making videos that you guys want to see.